Hey all, welcome once again to another day, another story from West Bengal. Today is day 393 of my Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip and day 7 of cycling here in West Bengal. Morning at Gacha. I woke up this morning at HP petrol pump in Gacha, which is approximately 10 km ahead of Krishnanagar on Murshidabad road. This area showcases the typical landscape of West Bengal. Abundant greenery with small hut-like houses lining the highway itself, seeking the shelter from the rain. This morning brought an unexpected rain. Thunderstorm started. It was there in the prediction. I need to find a good place for myself. It's raining here and after that flyover it's huge. I quickly made across the overbridge. Luckily I found a empty roadside shelter just in time. Luckily same. Perfect, huh? Majedar barish. These are not reliable when water has started dripping down, man. How can somebody can stay here? Some other people, including a banana seller, also taken the refuge in the same shelter. When I tried to buy dozens of bananas there, I had to take 17 banana in 50 rupee because he was not having the change at that time. We chatted about his business and he told that he will be able to sell all the bananas by end of the day. From the last 2 days, I have been experiencing back pain. While waiting for the rain to subside, I thought to do some stretching exercise. By 7:15 am, the rain had eased and people began their daily commute. It looks like I also should start. I thought to eat the banana and then start, but rain started once again and people are looking for the shelter. Lucky me that I have not started riding. That's good. This shelter once again became the haven for many travelers. 2 motorcyclists with a goat in a bag, which is later covered under a plastic sheet. A group of motorcyclists who found the refuge at the nearby tea stall. Through the diesel, I watched a woman managing a stack of the fuel so that it doesn't get wet in the rain because she is going to use them for cooking. The journey resumes. Around 8 o'clock, I finally resumed my journey. I reached to Loha Gacha, Lohagicha, where I experienced the renowned Bengali hospitality. So when I stopped nearby a milestone, as per that Debagram was 11 kilometers, a kind gentleman came out of his house and blessed me with his kind words of encouragement.
हाँ जी, शुभ अवसर में, शुभ दिन में आपका सफर मंगलमय होना चाहिए सर।
धन्यवाद दादा।
और मैं एक फौजी आदमी हूँ, रिटायर्ड।
अच्छा।
और मैं दिल से दुआ करता हूँ।
धन्यवाद दादा। So when I was standing there and drinking water, some thought strike into his mind and he returned to me and see what he said. पानी है दादा?
अच्छा, चाय वगैरह कुछ ले सकते हैं?
हाँ।
चाय ले सकते हैं?
नहीं दादा, थैंक यू। आप मंदिर के लिए फूल लेने जा रहे हैं ना पूजा के लिए? आप लेके आओ, अभी सब है। धन्यवाद।
मैं दुआ करूँ, मुझे थोड़ा दुआ कर दीजिए।
हाँ, जरूर। धन्यवाद दादा। This is the perfect example of generous and gentle nature of Bengalis. Breakfast and the discovery of palakati. By 8:30 am, the hunger struck. I found a roadside dhaba and I had 4 chapati with sabji, paying 50 rupee. I continued my ride and encountered an intriguing sight. I saw mysterious stacks along with the roadside, and what I discovered was really fascinating. So I come to know that these are the stacks of a crop which is known as
बंगाली में बोलता है पाटकाटी।
पाटकाटी। ये किस काम है? इसका ये तो जलेगा
जलेगा है।
और इसके ऊपर जो निकालते हैं जो
इसमें बोरी बनाना जाता है।
बोरी बनता है और अच्छा, मतलब उससे रेशा कुछ भी बना सकते हैं। This is a 5-step process to extract this kind of fiber from it. So the first step is grow the crop in the field. When it reaches to the maturity, cut it and bring it to some water body or a pond. Step number 2, the cut plants are submerged in the water for almost a week. Step number 3, they take this submerged plant from the pond outside and peel that fiber out of it. Step number 4, the remaining part of the plant, which is generally the wood, they make a stack of it which you can see on the roadside. All the wood stacks are getting dry here. Step number 5, with the help of a tool, they remove the remaining fiber from these woods itself. And 6th and the last step is they don't throw this wood, they cover it with the cow dung, and then they can use it for their personal use. At the same time, they can sell it into the market. Different shops and different dhabas, they use it as a fuel for cooking. So the fibers, which are the long fiber, basically they dry it again on the roadside, and once it is dried, it's ready to be sold into the market. And further, they use different kind of machine to make different kind of bags, ropes, and many more items with this. Isn't it a interesting information? If you know something more about it, then please go to the comment section and help me to gain more information about it. When I was riding further, I saw that there was a river. One man was sitting in a boat and doing fishing. The highlight was the boat. This boat was made with single piece of a metal sheet by folding it in the shape of a boat. History of Plassey. In the books of history, we all read about the fight, the Battle of Plassey or Plassey War. So this is the place which I'm crossing right now. Before I take you on a journey to the history, let's have some food. So time was 1:30 p.m. when I found a roadside dhaba. I go there and ask for sabji bhat, and this is what I have got, and I paid 50 rupee for that. After having my lunch, feeling stuffed, I start riding towards the border of India and Bangladesh. I will tell you more about this place, but let's go back to the history. Sirajudaulah was the Nawab of Bengal. So Britishers had already entered in India. Robert Clive was leading the British army, and they get into the war with Sirajudaulah because they wanted to gain the control of this whole locality. Sirajudaulah, with the help of French army, tried to fight back, but because of the betrayal by his commander Mir Jafar, he lost the battle. This war was very significant because this was the beginning of Britishers' colonial rule in India. Today, this area is predominantly populated by the Muslims. Journey towards the border. After having the meal, I continued my journey towards the border of India and Bangladesh. The location which I picked up on Google Map was Meherpur border. I was riding on the highway from last 2 days. I have started feeling very monotonous. So just to break the monotony of riding on a highway, I thought to take a village road. These signs where it is written that this road or this bridge is maintained by the PWD, West Bengal government. It's so common. I was thinking the kind of money they have spent on making and installing this kind of boards throughout the West Bengal, they could have built up a better road system with that money itself. Soon I reached to a village named Nagadi, Nagadi, and there I saw a very unique kind of a situation. The operator wanted to bring those boom barrier down, but the traffic was in continuity was going on, and he was, despite of many attempts to close the crossing, he was not able to do it. So when I arrived to the place, so I was in the front, I stopped in the middle of the road, and this is how the traffic behind me stopped, and he could bring it down. This way the fatak was closed. I saw that many cyclists were able to cross it despite of the barrier was down, but because my bicycle is having a heavy load on it, it was not possible for me. Soon I see the train standing on the platform, and then it crosses. Once the train passed, the railway crossing was opened and we could cross it. Though it was a narrow road, but it was empty, and there was no problem while riding over this. The problem used to happen when there are two heavy vehicles overtaking each other. Otherwise, it was a very smooth ride. Around 2:30 at a petrol pump, I refilled my water bottle. The scenery both the sides of the road was breathtaking. There were lush green views on both the sides of the road. I saw the farmers wearing a traditional hat and going to the farms. An old man was leading his cow. And I saw a beautiful pink house on the side of the road and a huge green peepal tree. The village which I was passing through typically shows the village life, shops, traffic, and those distinctive pathkati stacks on both the sides of the road. I saw children, they were swimming in a pond, and a fearless goat was standing in the middle of the road, and the cyclists went about their daily routines. late afternoon. So when I was riding, I saw that the rain started. I took a U-turn and went inside a roadside bus stop. I cleaned the shelf so that I can sit or lay down there. I wanted to take rest as it was 3:15 p.m. and my attempt to take a nap was disturbed by the locals. They wanted to talk to me and they wanted to take some pictures with me. When our conversations were finally ended, it was 3:30 by that time. One of the locals sitting there gave me 2 pieces of cucumber.
आपका नाम क्या है दोस्त?
सौमिक सेन।
और आपका?
संत मंडल। ये देसी वाले।
अच्छा, क्या रेट मिलता है इधर ये?
यहाँ पर 20 रुपया किलो, 20 रुपया, 30 रुपया किलो।
Evening journey. The city which I am targeting to reach, its name is Betai, Betai, which is around 11 kilometers from here. Along the way, I saw a temple which has a unique kind of structure, a government school where the children were playing, and of course those unending signboards written, "This road is maintained by PWD, West Bengal government." At 4:45 p.m., I saw that workers were dismantling a pandal. When I was riding, it was getting dark already. A motorcyclist approached me and he wanted me to have a cup of tea with him. Though I was initially hesitant to go with him because of the darkening skies, but I changed my mind and thought to join him when he told that he is also a traveler and he has traveled pan-India on his motorcycle. So he took me to a roadside tea shop which was around a kilometer ahead from that point, and there I was surrounded by the curious locals.
बताइए, ठीक।
हाँ ठीक।
कहाँ कौन कौन से स्टेट घूमे आप?
मैंने 25 स्टेट घुमा हूँ, 2-5 बाद है।
So time is already 5:10 and 5:30 it will be dark. So before that I have to find a place. So technically 12 to 13 kilometer I have to ride in this dark.
Final stretch and the night rest. Time was 4:55 p.m. and sunset here happened at 5:30. I continued my ride through different villages where the children were lost into their dreams on a platform. Women were chatting, standing roadside. So Google Map instructed me to take the left turn.
So this is the road going to Meherpur border and that's 13 kilometer from here. I will not be taking this road because it's already dark. Even if I reach there, the army will not permit me to go and visit.
So I dropped my idea to go to Meherpur, India-Bangladesh border.
Going straight in the search of a petrol pump.
The villages which I have passed through were the kind of which I have never seen before. I observed that a langur was carrying a baby. Villagers were traveling either by foot or by bicycle. Village friends were talking to each other, sitting on the wooden block. A mix of well-maintained and modest houses.
Never stop. Every shot from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
A beautiful temple roadside was my last sight before the darkness fell. Night rest at Betai. So it was 5:30 p.m. when I reached to Betai. It was completely dark. So locals told me that there are 2 petrol pumps, one on the left hand side on the road which is going to Karimpur, and another one is on the right hand side of the road. So it was a junction. I took the right turn.
Just came to know that taking the right turn 2 kilometers there is a petrol pump. So I'm going there right now.
From the sky, just two hearts.
There were no street lights. Somehow I made it to the petrol pump. The moment I go there, I met with the owner. His name is Amit Mondal, and he instantly allowed me to stay there. He said that you need not to pitch the tent, you sleep inside that room. When I requested him that I have to edit a video for tomorrow, so can I have a charging connection? He said that in that room itself, I will arrange the charging connection for you. So he sent his staff. When they could not make it possible to start the electricity connection in that room, he asked me to sit in his office and work as long as I want. So I opened my laptop, sitting in his office and starting editing next video for you. It was 9 o'clock when suddenly the rain started, as my bicycle was standing in the open and it was uncovered. So I had to come out, and in the rain itself I covered it completely. But I have got totally wet. Look at my back. So I was sitting there and working on the next video till 2 o'clock, and this is how my day came to an end. My total expenses of the day are 50 rupee for the breakfast, 50 rupee for the lunch, total 100 rupees. I had covered 67 kilometers of distance at a speed of 14 km per hour. If you enjoy this kind of my journey here in West Bengal, then subscribe to my channel World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget and hit the bell icon also, so that you get the notification about my videos first. How I completed my ride from Kalyani city to Gacha city, how was the beauty around, how the people of West Bengal live, and what is the process of making chick saris. That is a very informative and exciting episode. I'm giving you the link here, and those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet soon with the next story in the next episode. Bye bye.